Welcome back, everybody. It's Friday Coffee Talks, episode 118. I'm your host, Connor Volpe, and we are here talking over coffee on Friday. Got a Starbucks Apple Crisp Macchiato. The best. It is the best. I don't want to hear any complaints. That's it, right there. Apple Crisp Macchiato. I'm wearing the Austin Riley World Series champion with the gold trim Braves jersey today. I got on the World Series champions hats because the Braves have clinched the playoffs. That's right. The Atlanta Braves are the champions of the National League East for the sixth time in a row. Congrats to my Atlanta Braves. I'm very proud as a fan. I'm not part of the team. I didn't win anything. I've never hit a ball in my life. But my Braves did, and I'm very, very excited. It has been a thrilling season to be a Braves fan. Just incredible team, incredible charisma, incredible energy, incredible entertainment from the team this year. And they're doing things that nobody in history has ever done. They're one of the most successful offensive baseball teams in all of Major League Baseball history. So it's been super, super fun to watch as a Braves fan this year. And I'm super excited to watch the playoffs. I hope that we get another gold trim jersey for next year. That'd be really great. So I don't want to put too much pressure on the playoffs because it's very rare that the best team going into the playoffs ends up at the last team at the end of the World Series. But I'm hoping that the Braves can pull off that feat this year. It'd be amazing. So one thing I do want to mention real quick before we get into any of the other stuff today is Blooper. So I'm going to do a whole episode on Blooper soon. I love Blooper for the Braves. He's the Braves mascot and he's wonderful. But just wanted to say what an incredible job that they do with Blooper as a social media character. When the character was released, he was kind of panned. Everybody was like, I don't know about this guy. But then when Blooper got on Twitter, everything changed. They gave him a personality. He's kind of this like anti-hero, if you will. He's irreverent. And it's just so great to see. So all the content that the Braves put out last night with Blooper was wonderful. We've kind of known that the Braves were going to lock up the National League East for a while now. It's kind of a foregone conclusion. They have a huge lead in the division. But they actually won. They clinched last night in Philadelphia. So they got to do their champagne showers and like all the stuff that you do to celebrate a division championship. They did it in Philadelphia. But all of the content from Blooper last night celebrating was him alone at Truist Park, doing all the things that he normally does after a game, after a big victory, after a playoff clinch. But it was just Blooper. So it was great. They've had some time to get this content together, and they did a really good job of it. So there was a video of him doing his flag run that he normally does. There was a video of him in the pool in center field, getting out, smashing the glass container with his goggles to do the champagne sprays. It was really fun. So great time to be a Braves fan. So yeah, I'm going to ditch this for the rest because this isn't a Braves podcast. It's a coffee podcast. It's not a coffee. It's a Connor podcast, really. Let's be real there. So, but yeah, so the main topic of today's episode is something that I've been trying to do for a while, and I'm finally getting it together. Today is the premiere and the championship of
the Great Grilled Cheese Showdown.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking baseball today. We're here to talk bread and cheese. Let's go. I'm so excited. We have a bracket set up. I've got a veritable smorgasbord of grilled cheese sandwiches in front of me. I'm going to try them. I'm going to rate them, and we're going to find out who has the best grilled cheese. So how this all started, in the interest of transparency and authenticity and vulnerability, this all started with me making a post on Facebook to say that Starbucks has the best grilled cheese I've ever had. And it wasn't very close. So with that said, I'm trying to put that preference aside, put any bias that I may have to the side. I'm going to stick it in my pocket. And we're going to see, I'm going to try to be as fair and as unbiased and as equal as I can across the board. I'm going to rate them on things that I don't even know what they are. It's my preference, so you may not agree with this list, and that's totally fine. But when I'd made that initial post, some people responded to that. So shout out to Karen Spangler, Colby Downing, Tammy Lee. They said that there are other ones that I should try, being the ones on this list. And the fourth one on the list being populated by my son Parker for Zaxby's. So There's some fans of the competition out here, and I'm going to try them all. So by random draw, myself and Mandy this morning pulled them out. The first matchup in the bracket is going to be Starbucks versus QuikTrip. So got them right here. Starbucks and QuikTrip. Shout out to the Gwinnett Church guys that I saw at Waffle House this morning. Bennett, Reed, Darren. You guys are awesome. Super good to see you guys catch up. But they had a lot of really good things to say about QuikTrip. So I'm really excited to try this one. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that QuikTrip had grilled cheeses. And then when I got in there, the menu for grilled cheeses is like this long. It's huge. You can get BLT grilled cheese. You can get ham and grilled cheese. But in the spirit of this competition, those are sandwiches or melts, not a grilled cheese. Today we're going traditional grilled cheese. So we're going to start with Starbucks. This is the one here on my right. So we got the little Starbucks wrapper, you know. Look at this guy. I will say, in defense of the regular grilled cheese, this is not a traditional grilled cheese. It's sourdough bread, and it is some combination of white cheeses. But yeah, it's very soft in the middle and crunchy on the outside, the sourdough bread. So yeah, let's get into it. Mm. I'm going to decimate the roof of my mouth in this competition. Those of you who have misophonia and don't like the sound of chewing, I'm going to try my best not to be like super chewy here. Actually, let's like tear this. Very crispy. I'll give them. They got the crispiness down. Gooey in the middle. Let's see. My goodness. It's delicious. The bread is really good. The cheese, I don't even know what kind of cheeses are in the middle, but it's like kind of tangy and like gooey. It's very greasy. Definitely need a napkin, but that's a great grilled cheese sandwich. Excellent. Again, I'm trying to put my preferences aside, but that's going to be tough to beat. Let's go to QuikTrip. So it's big. I think relative to Starbucks, it's a lot bigger. Unwrap this sucker. All right. That's good looking grilled cheese. Oh, it's pre-cut. That's nice. That's a nice little touch there, QuikTrip. See if it's stuck together a little bit. All right, so here we go. That's a grilled cheese. This is also on sourdough bread with, I think it said American and cheddar jack cheeses inside. They had other cheeses you could do, but my QuikTrip happened to be sold out at the time, so this is a pretty standard grilled cheese. Let's go for it. It's nicely toasted. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Let's go for like a middle bite. All right, so the bread is very good. It's not too crispy where it like slices up the roof of my mouth, but the middle part is like really soft. Outside's nice and toasted. The cheese, I think leaves maybe a little bit to be desired. Kind of tastes a little processed-y, but it tastes really good. It's very buttery and rich. I like that for sure. Yeah, it tastes really good. I like it. I like it a lot. No, it was good. That's a delicious grilled cheese. I will say, I'm going to drink some of this. I will say, given between Starbucks and QuikTrip, I'm going to give this round to Starbucks. That's nothing against the QuikTrip sandwich. It's a very good grilled cheese sandwich. But I think the combination of the two cheeses that they have on there just kind of taste a little bit, I don't even want to say like maybe like a cafeteria sandwich. And that's that's just for lack of a better term. I don't have the right thing to say. That's definitely not what I mean, but it tastes more like a packaged, pre-made sandwich. And trust me, I get the irony that Starbucks is pulling this out of a plastic wrapper and sticking it in their oven. I understand that, but for some reason, with maybe it's the different types of cheeses or something, with the Starbucks sandwich, it just tastes more fresh. And so for that reason, I'm going Starbucks. So matchup number 1 is done. We are on to matchup number 2 in the first round. And this time we have Waffle House versus Zaxby's. I do not know what to expect here. I'll be very honest. I don't know here. When I originally made my post and people were posting in defense of Waffle House, they were incredulous that me, being one of the biggest Waffle House fans in the world, would say that anything beats anything from Waffle House. And trust me, I get it. I am a Waffle House homer if there ever was one. There's never been another logo besides like sports teams I like, Georgia Tech, Atlanta Braves, obviously, that I would consider getting tattooed on my body. But these guys I would. If my wife was up for it, I would get a Waffle House tattoo this afternoon. No questions asked. So very high hopes for this Waffle House grilled cheese. And Zaxby's, this is a fan favorite among our household. My son Parker, very, very picky eater. And this is one of the only things that we can consistently get him to like. We'll bring a grilled cheese from Zaxby's home and he will eat it every time. So this one we're around these a lot. But let's dig. I started on the right last time. Let's start on the left. Let's go with Waffle House first. So wrapped up in aluminum foil. It's kind of like a Wendy's burger wrapper, essentially. And here we go. This is the quintessential grilled cheese. Look at that. It's white bread. It's American cheese. It's well toasted on their griddle. It's probably got a hint of sausage and bacon and hash browns in there. Maybe some cigarettes. I don't even know. But this looks like childhood. This is as classic as it gets. I will say, especially compared to the first two, it's a little floppier. It's well toasted, but it's not as like solid. So let's try it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic American cheese, butter. They put enough butter, oil, whatever it is, on the grill, so it's almost seasoned, but it's not super messy or like drippy with grease and stuff. Classic cheese. This is like when you come in from, during the summer, out riding your bike with your friends, roaming around the neighborhood, and you come in and your mom pulls the grilled cheese out of the pan. That's this one right here. This is a childhood favorite. This is like the grilled cheese that you ate growing up. It's very, very good. Yeah, very good. Okay, moving on to Zaxby's. Got a little box here. So Zaxby's is a little different. They are using Texas toast. Oh, it's stuck to the box. So using their Texas toast, which is a fan favorite. Again, probably about the same. I think it's because these were wrapped up. The QT and the Zaxby's, or QT and the Starbucks ones were like in paper envelopes. So Zaxby's was in their box. Waffle House was wrapped up, so it makes both of them a little softer. They're not as crispy. This has a good level of toast on it. Looks a little greasier from the outside. So let's go for it. Wow. Yeah, that's very good. Very buttery, very rich on the outside. The level of cheese to bread, I think, could be a little better. It's very bready. So they need more cheese. Wow. This is a really tough decision. These are very similar grilled cheeses. So if you're a fan of classic grilled cheese, I'd say Waffle House or Zaxby's. You really can't go wrong. These are excellent. Again, white bread, American cheese, pretty simple. I think I got to take another bite of each of these. So, wow. My stomach is going to hurt so bad later. All right, so in this round, Waffle House versus Zaxby's. I never thought I'd say it, but I think Zaxby's is going to take this one. Waffle House it's very, very good. It's an excellent grilled cheese. It's classic. It's nostalgic, but it's also just kind of plain. There's not a lot going on. The thing that puts Zaxby's over the edge is the bread is a little bit more hearty with the Texas toast versus the like Sunbeam bread. And the little more of that butter flavor comes through on the outside with the Texas toast. So that is it. I think the cheeses were about the same. They're about similar. But just that little level of, you get that extra kind of kick from that buttery, rich flavor on the outside of the Zaxby's Texas toast. And that's going to take the dub on this one. So that is our second matchup. The finals are set. It's going to be Starbucks versus Zaxby's for the winner. Let's see. All right, gang, you ready? Here we go. It's the final round. We're going to figure out who has the best grilled cheese between Starbucks and Zaxby's. Now, again, full disclosure, there's probably other great ones out there. I know there are restaurants that used to be around here like Tom and Chi that did only grilled cheese. I know there are food trucks in the Atlanta area that do grilled cheese really well. These are the ones that were accessible to me and the ones that got recommended. So if you have other ones that I should do on a second go around, definitely let me know. But in this case, we're about to decide between Starbucks and Zaxby's. So we're going to flip the order. I went Zaxby's second last time and I went Starbucks first. We're going to do Zaxby's first and Starbucks second. So let's pull this one out. I know I've tried all these before, but we're going to do them head to head and see if there's any difference. Man, that is so good. Now, Parker he's like a ketchup fiend. So on his grilled cheeses, he's like douses that sucker in ketchup. That is just about as close to a sin as you can get from me. I don't like ketchup. So that will not go anywhere near my grilled cheese sandwiches, but I just wanted to shout out Parker. He loves his ketchup on there. Wow, this is a really good grilled cheese. My goodness. All right, back to Starbucks. That crust is very crispy. Choking. Oh my gosh. Oh, coffee and grilled cheese don't go super well together. Ugh. Okay. Wow. What a decision. They're two very different grilled cheeses. So it's not like, I think the Waffle House versus Zaxby's, it was two almost identical grilled cheeses. It was kind of easy to compare the points of the two. These couldn't be different. Couldn't be more different. They're on two different types of bread. They have two different types of cheese. They have two totally different textures. I think if I were to step back and say, like, if I had these four choices laid out in front of me, which one would I grab first? I think I'm going to give the winner to Starbucks. It's going to go to Starbucks. And I know. I said I'd put my bias aside. I did, but I legitimately think they won this competition. Again, that's my personal preference. I like, on this one, it's a little more sturdy. It's a lot crispier. Nothing against a classic, like, kind of soft grilled cheese, but I like this to have some texture, some crunch to it, and the Starbucks one definitely had it. Maybe a little too much crunch on the outside. That, I don't know if that's because it's, an hour and a half old since I ordered it, or what, but definitely crispier. I don't know what the cheese is in here. It's definitely non-traditional. I really like it. I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. The combination of whatever cheeses they have in here. But yeah, that one's going to take my W. Now, again, this is nothing against any of the grilled cheeses here. Fantastic. Not a single one of these that I'm going to throw away. We'll make sure that they get eaten. They're going to be delicious by whoever eats them. But Really good grilled cheeses. I think this one just kind of stepped up above the rest. It was unique. It was good texturally, and it was just a really, really good sandwich. So congratulations to Starbucks. You are the winners of the
Great Grilled Cheese Showdown.
I'll do this again. If you guys have suggestions for other grilled cheeses that I should look into, other things I should try, other foods I should try. Let's do all the fast food stuff. I've done coffee. I've done grilled cheeses. What's next? Donuts, PB&Js, burgers. I don't know. Let's do it all. I don't care. Let's turn this into a fun show. Thanks for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody that put in suggestions. Thanks for everybody for watching. This has been Friday Coffee Talks, episode 118, the
Great Grilled Cheese Showdown.
I've been your host, Connor Volpe. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next week.